This is a big spring for us. We've got, we got a lot of kids returning back up front and some kids in the skill position. But it's huge for us because we're going to have to play a lot of young kids this year, and it'll be good for them to get a lot of reps and get a lot of time in the spring. And our numbers aren't as high as they were last year probably right now going into spring. Some kids have chosen not to play or do some other things, and that happens everywhere, but it's going to be good for our young kids to get a lot of reps. We talk about intensity level since I've been here. That's one thing that some of our kids are finally starting to get. It's unfortunate that they're going to be seniors and juniors and they're all upperclassmen, but a lot of our younger kids are starting to catch on, and we've got some kids that are really stepping up, trying to be leaders right now, and making kids do the right thing and get in the weight room and do the things that we want to do. We're going back to the basics. The basics of what we're going to do. We're going to work on our running game a whole lot this spring, and we're going to get back to base on defense. And like I said, we've got a lot of young kids that's going to be taking a lot of reps, so we need to get back to the beginning and back to the basics and get those guys caught up on what we're really wanting to do and get the base stuff out of the way, so at least when we get into the season, we've got something that we can lean on instead of like last year where we kind of try to hit everything on the fly and probably try to put too much in on both sides of the football. And now we're going to go back and start at the very beginning and pick out a handful of plays on offense and defense and learn it real well and get everybody on the same page so we can move forward from there. With Jordan, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to control the ball.
Yeah.
We probably threw it a lot more than we wanted to last year, and I think teams did a good job of defense on us. And once we got something going in the run game, they made some adjustments that confused us up front and started stopping us. So, a big thing for him was to get the ball out of his hand. When we do throw it, make good decisions, not throw it away, not give it to the other team, take off with it when he's got an opportunity to. Jordan's fairly athletic, and I want the ball in his hand as much as I do anybody else's. So if we can just hang on to the football and make good decisions, is going to be the big thing for him this spring. He's got to he's going to get a bunch of reps. So the quicker he picks up on it, the more comfortable he'll feel with it, and we'll be moving a little bit more in the right direction. Tyler Davidson right now is probably going to be our starting running back. He's going to be a sophomore. Tylen Rice, another kid that's going to be a sophomore. We're going to get a whole bunch of reps in the backfield. One of the things that we're going to do this spring is, we're really trying to create a whole offense and a whole defense to get some depth, which has killed us last year, in the second half some. We got Dakota Dockery, who didn't play a whole lot last year, and he's going to play some, and Dylan Brockwell, and Robbie Mathis is coming back into a role, even though he's an older guy, but he's going to get a lot more playing time this year. We got Cordell Stewart that's coming back, and of course, obviously Austin's going to be on both sides of the ball, and we got some young guys up front. Grizelka and Saxton Williams and Timmy Doolittle, and we got a bunch of those kids that that we're expecting to step in and help some on offense and defensive line. It's been really a huge step for us. Tyler Davidson last year when he came in, he was, I think his first bench max or something was like 185, and the other day he did it like 10 times. So he's gone up tremendously. He did, I think he did a set 5 or something with 315 on squats. So a lot of those kids are getting a lot stronger. We're not where we need to be, but they're still young guys, and hopefully the gains that they've made so far will show them that they need to be in the weight room. We got to put that effort in there to get stronger, to get to the level that we want to be at to compete with these other teams.
Intensity. I think intensity is a big thing right now. Kind of get people excited. Going into summer workouts and stuff. That's big. That's key. We got to have it. It's an option. Just get better. Take it one day at a time. Look at the long run, and just come out here every day. And again, intensity. It's huge. You got to get it. Bring people in, get people excited. Get things going off on the right foot. It starts in the weight room. We're in the weight room now. You work in there. That'll carry you onto the field. Everything. It's the first step. You don't want to stumble on the first step, of course. We just got to get out there and get working.
Spring's pretty important for us. We got to see, who all's going to be here. It's important to see what we've got. Spring's kind of the time to see what we've got coming into fall. It's going to be a big step. A lot of the freshmen from last year are going to have to step up. TD's going to play a big role in our offense this year. Tylen's going to play a big role in our defense this year. We've got got a lot of people that we got to see if they're going to be able to make the step, and spring's going to be a big time to be able to see if they're going to be able to do it.
Mhm.
So spring's going to be big for us this year. Well, last year, I mean, he kind of had to use me everywhere.
Yeah.
So I kind of just did what he wanted me to do, whatever we had to do to win, or to give us the best chances to win. This year gives us the best chance to win is just have me under center the entire time. So what I'm going to do from that is I'm going to look at Cherokee game. I play with confidence that game. I'm going to play with confidence every game that I play this year. I'm going to learn from what I did right that game, and the reason why I did so good that game is because I listened to him. I made my reads right, you know, so just the little things. The little things work in this offense, and that's just all I got to do.
Mhm.
There better be intensity. Being quarterback this year, and with some people not returning, I might not be able to get the defensive reps that I'm used to getting. Defense has always been big for me. If I'm not getting the defensive reps that I'm used to getting, if I am getting defensive reps, I'll be bringing intensity. And if somebody else is bringing intensity, they'll know it.
Mhm.
I'll be hollering, screaming. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
And so this spring is huge
Mhm.
because this spring's so big for us because this is next year. Last year with 1-9,
Mhm.
our senior year coming up, we need to know who's going to be able to fill the roles, what roles are going to be able to be filled. We've got a lot of talent this year. We just got to be able to put it in place.
It's really important. It's going to decide what we do next year. I mean, how we're going to play and who's going to actually be committed and actually stay with the team.
Mhm.
It's pretty big. It's going to decide what we're going to be in the future. As a football team, it's really high. We just got to fly around and keep everybody going and keep the motivation up. We just got to just play hard.
Mhm.
Just fly around. They just really want us to play as a team. They want us to be like one group together.
Mhm.
It's gonna be hard
Mhm.
a little bit, but I just gotta go out there and do my best and do what I can do.
Mhm.
So maybe I'll just gotta try to do better and be better.